What's up, guys? Today we're checking out the Hiboy EX9. It's a commuter style e-bike that's great for city cruising. Let's start with the motor. It's rocking a 750 watt motor with a 1000 watt peak, and it's paired with a dual-sided torque sensor. You get 3 different levels of assist, and it will take you up to 28 miles an hour. That's fast enough to keep up with traffic or make your morning commute a breeze. The 48 volt, 11.6 amp hour battery gives you anywhere from 31 to 62 miles of range, depending on how hard you're riding. Up front, you've got an 80mm suspension fork that you can adjust with preload or even lock out if you're riding on pavement. The tires are 26 by 2.5 inches, so it's more of a road setup. They are wide enough for grip, but still efficient for commuting. There are a few extra features to this bike: a rear brake light, a 60-degree adjustable handlebar for comfort, and a built-in display right in the stem. And there's a USB port so you can charge your phone while you ride. It's designed for riders between 4'9" and 6'5", so pretty much anyone can get comfortable on it.
All right, so what we're going to be talking about today is a Hiboy EX9. Now, this bike is very interesting because it's one of the only bikes I've reviewed in the past couple of years that is not actually fat tired. It's an interesting tire, and we're going to talk about that shortly. First thing we're always going to talk about is the comfort sitting on it. How does it feel? Well, the comfort is good. I have no complaints there, but this is really going to be designed for somebody that's going to go out on the beach, that needs a step-through style of bike, go out on the beach, on the boardwalk, cruise, because that's what this is. This is a beach cruiser. They're not labeling it as that, but I will, because I've ridden enough of bikes to tell you that that's what this feels like. I am 6'1", 250 pounds, and have absolutely no problem sitting on this bike whatsoever. What's also interesting with the comfort is you do have this built-in display here, but you're able to actually adjust this at an angle, and then you're able to adjust those handlebars to go more forward. Now, in pedal assist 1, we go to about 12 miles per hour, or whatever that screen says in the bottom left corner. Pedal assist 2, you still feel it. You're still putting a little bit of effort in. Now, it's not super overpowering like most torque sensors, where you have to put a lot of work in to get that speed. Not with this one. Now, on pedal assist 3, it's a little bit different. It's more like a speed sensor than it is a torque sensor, because the harder that I'm pedaling or the faster we're going. Now, what I'm scared of is when we get to 8, like right now, I can't really put any more power in. Like, that's it. One more thing worth mentioning with this bike is this bike is specifically a class 3, meaning that you can get 28 miles per hour, but you actually have to pedal. If you only want to use the throttle, you're only going to be able to go 20 miles per hour. For instance, we're at 23, 24 right now, and then if we use just the throttle, you're going to see that that's going to slow down dramatically because, well, they're putting that regulation or restriction on the bike itself. Not necessarily a problem, but you're not really getting this bike to go fast anyway. I mean, just by the design of this bike, the fact that it goes 20 miles per hour, I'm gonna accept that. 180mm disc, dual piston, no label, right? They work good. You're not gonna be taking this off-road. You're probably gonna be riding a lot on the street. And for that, you only have front suspension. And it does have a lockout, and rear suspension, no dice, it's a hardtail. And I think that's really because it's not designed to go off-road, so you don't really need rear suspension. You got a soft, squishy seat. So that's your suspension. That's what you're working with. All right, let's talk some numbers. 48 volt, 11.6 amp hour, 556 watt hour battery. It's slim and it's thin, and I think that's because of the style of the body, but that's gonna come at a cost, right? You're not gonna get the super far range. They say 31 to 61 miles. Here's the thing. I think when they tested this, they tested it with someone that weighed 143 pounds. I haven't weighed 143 pounds since I was 15 years old. So those are not realistic numbers for me. Considering I have done nothing but the throttle at 20 miles per hour, this does not do 28 miles per hour by throttle. That is very important. So that being said, 6.4 miles, it looks like we have 100% battery life. So do I think you'll get 30 miles on this using nothing but the throttle? Honestly, yes, I do. It's a 750 watt motor. Do I think you'll get 60 miles on it? No, I don't. I think you'll get 60 miles if you're in pedal assist 1 and you weigh 140 pounds, but not using nothing but throttle. The charger that comes with this is a 2 amp charger, so roughly from completely dead to 100%, 5 to 6 hours charge time. You're probably saying to yourself, Jay, I'm a chubby bunny. How much does the bike weigh? Can I fit on it? And how much can it support? Max load is 330. So if you're a chubby bunny, no big deal. You will look a little funny on this though at 330 pounds. Now the price point of this bike is $12.99. If you're looking at picking this up, there'll be a link in the description down below. You get a little discount code. All in all, the bike is solid for what it is. I wanted to give you my final opinion on this after riding it for the little bit of time I did. I did about 10 miles on it. It's not a bad bike for what it is. It's really designed for people that like live on the boardwalk or live at the beach and you're gonna go get some breakfast with the wife and that's it. You know, it's something that you're gonna take around town. Now, after editing this video, I kind of realized that the video was very short. And why is that? Well, when you get my age and you get the size that I am, your back starts to give out. And then, well, you just can't ride anymore. So that's where we're at. But that doesn't mean that I can't give you a final recap of the bike. The only thing that I would really change is I would like to see fatter tires and higher speed and 28 miles per hour without actually pedaling, but I get where they were going with this. The Type-C port that's in the front with the up and the down for the pedal assist is really nice. The street tires that this comes with is really nice. The integrated handlebars is really nice. Now, the only thing that really bothers me the most about this bike is that integrated module. You can use the single bolt that's in the front to actually drive that down. And as long as you're not on the heavier side, you're not gonna experience too much of that handlebar moving. But if you do, you're able to remove those two stickers on the side and then screw it down. There are 2 more screws in there. Screw it down to further tighten it to stop it from moving if you hit those front brakes. All in all, it's a good bike for what it is, and it's definitely affordable. So I would recommend this bike for anybody that just wants to cruise to the beach or keep it in the legal limits of doing 20 or 28 based on what you're doing on the bike.